Howdy all Molex Lives. I think it's time to play a little 7 Days to Die. Come on, go down. Down. There we go. I don't know why it's gotta fight me. So I made it back to my base and I unloaded all my stuff and I took a bunch of medicine. Um it's a weird little path there. Go check that out. I don't know what that is. While I of course continue my search for acid or a wheel. Gotta check this trash in the street. Just in case. Guess I need to pick up a small stone. Trying to find that last little bit that'll let me be mobile. This tiny little... Psst. Oh, dude, your head came right clean off. Crazy. First smash of the day. Although it's pretty... yeah. I could not remember to record this today. I was going to do it earlier, and then I just didn't. I don't know what happened. It's been a pretty... Is Cthulhu calling to me? What's going on over there? There's supposed to be lights flashing on the silos? Okay, now I don't see them at all. Oh, yeah, I do. There's some lights up there on top flashing. Weird. So had a pretty easy work day today. We did not play last night again, anything. I did get them to, or at least two of them. The other guy didn't communicate at all, said he was going to be there, and then nothing. He's actually done that 2 weeks in a row now. I don't know. And he's the one that seems most excited about playing. I don't get it. I mean, I understand he was back from a business trip for work trip. I get, hey, not gonna make it tonight. Too tired for my trip, kind of thing. But nothing. I mean, is it just me that sees that as kind of rude? Must be just me. I don't do things with other people where I don't communicate with them. I leave messages. Oh no, somebody crashed into the lumberyard. You know, if I was looking for acid in real life, the lumberyard, the lumberyard, the yumberlard, I don't know what was going on there, would be a great place to find acid. Ooh. Spear hunter. I don't use spears, man. Guess this is the way in. Oh, it's like a maze. Gotta maze our way through the lumberyard. Oh, dang. Every time I see that plastic, I'm like, yes! Acid. But acid is a big blue bottle. Oh. Oh, man. That guy used to be the crawler. He done lost his ability to crawl. Poor guy. Disappointing lack of supplies. Huh, look at that. Apparently that is better than my crappy plant fiber t-shirt. But yeah, so we didn't play last night. I just got them to sign in the new system. You know what's crazy is it's been weeks, right, since we played. I've been working on getting the Starfinder, because last night would have been Starfinder. Um, Starfinder going, and yeah, that's not what I meant to say. Last night would have been Starfinder, and I have spent weeks getting Starfinder into the new system I want to try out. And unfortunately, because they said we were playing 2 weeks ago, my limited 2-week trial on the server that I rented is now up. So now I have just straight up paid for a server on a system that I don't know if we're going to be using, because everybody told me we were going to play and then nobody played. I assume we'll use this new system. It seems like it's pretty good. I'm not worried that we're not going to use it. It just would have been nice to, you know, give it a little try out before I plop down money. Oh no, I'm hungry. Good thing I got this chicken ration. Why is there no acid here? But yeah, so the two guys who showed up, we got them signed in, and the one guy was like, "Are we using the new system tonight?" Yeah, dude, I told you, like, it's not a secret that I've been working on getting this ready to go. Why is this a surprise to you? Oh, I get it, because you're one of the ones who refused to acknowledge that I'd put in any work in, which included not providing me with your character sheet like I asked. We'd used a website which made it really easy to put together the character sheets, and so I don't have their character sheets. I just have partial character sheets that they entered into the other system we were starting to use, because everybody seems to be the kind of person that shows up on the day of with nothing done. And so, like, I'll just work on this while we're playing, kind of thing. And so they're still not done. And the one isn't even done right. And I told the guy, hey, you need to redo this. Guess what's still not done, like a month and a half later? And then I'm like, we don't have to play this, guys. It's fine. If you don't want to play it. Oh, no, I'm really excited to play it. Well, then I need you to put in a little bit of effort. Just a tiny, tiny little bit. The hard part was where we spent a session building our characters. And then we had a session where we actually played with our characters. And you didn't have it done then. And now it's a month and a half since we last played with our characters, and you still haven't fixed the errors in your character sheets that I told you about the first time when we created the character sheets. So, what's the deal? Why can't you put in a little bit of effort for this? I don't get it. I know what you guys do for your normal days, and you're not busy. I mean, sure, the guy who, well, I mean, let's be fair here. The guy who is busy with work and has to travel for work has his stuff ready and done and good to go. It's the other two who have the time to do the thing who don't have any, well, they have part of it done. Anyways, enough of that. Enough of that. So we, yeah, so no D&D this week, no Starfinder. Maybe next week. Working on, oh, nice. Oop, I need those 3 points. Right there I do. I looked right over top of that guy. Oh. Why? Why don't you want me to have acid? Oh, this is one of those things where I go out on the roof. And then... Oh, look at that. Oh, oh. Dang it. Go away. I hate those guys, man. Better fix my baton. Oh man, so we had a snowstorm like a week and a half ago. Week and a day ago. And it was a weird one because the snow. Oh, I thought that was something good. I don't know if pipe machine gun is any good. I'm going to say no, and I'm just going to do that. And get the machine gun parts out of it, since I can make an AK, right? I've learned how, I just need the machine gun parts. I assume I get machine gun parts out of that. I might not. I don't think I did. Huh, what a waste. Well, if I didn't know I wasn't going to get any parts out of it, I wouldn't have done it. What a shame. I saw a guy in here. Where'd he go? Where'd that guy go? He must have walked out. Weird. So, so the snow usually blows one way across our driveway and plugs the end of our driveway in. But this time, the snow blew the opposite direction, and so it didn't plug our driveway in after the first day. Now, the first day, maybe the second day, it was deep. It was deep, and so I mean, you know, I'm not shocked when if the male person be like, I can't get in. You know, it's too deep here. And but like 3 days later, the snow was no longer deep at all at the end of the driveway, and you could easily drive up our driveway. Easily. What you could not do was park. Oh, look at that. Park at the end of our, or at our garage. You could not park at the garage, which is at the end of the driveway. But you could drive up to the snowdrift in front of the garage. The snowdrift is still there. That's how deep it was. Oh, geez. Where'd all these guys come from? And why didn't they warn me? Oh, man, there's stuff there I want. I've got to come back here. Dang it, that was a big pile of zombies that just suddenly appeared. I mean, they didn't suddenly appear, but you know what I mean. There was nobody in the room. Oh, hey. I need to go southeast? Or maybe I should go back to my house and unload all this junk. That'd make my life easier, I think. So, you know, I'm not shocked when there's a note in the mailbox the first couple of days that the driveway was plugged. I think it was a bit of a stretch to say our driveway was plugged, but, you know, you don't want to run the risk of 4 inches of snow into the driveway, sure. I mean, I walk out to get the mail, right? So it's not, it wasn't that deep. Would I want to try to drive my car through it? Maybe, maybe not. My car probably would have gotten through it. It didn't seem that bad. And the mail person drives a truck. So definitely wouldn't have any problem. But hey, maybe it's, you know, policy. Don't try to go down the driveway that looks like it might be snowed in, you know. But since then, we've had 3 notes now that they can't get in the driveway because there's no place to turn around. When did that become a thing? What do you mean? Like, you can clearly drive up our driveway. You can drive all the way to our garage, which is where we go in and out of the house. Can you pull up to the garage? No. You cannot. I will thoroughly admit you cannot currently drive up to the doors of our garage. Can you drive to within 10 feet of the garage? Yes. Yes, you can. Oh, that was cool. Top of that dude's head came off. I've not seen that before. And so I find it a little weak to leave a message every time there's a package that there's no place for you to turn around in our driveway. What do you do if a person doesn't have a turnaround spot in their driveway? Do they just not get packages from the mail? I mean, nobody else has had a problem getting in and out of our driveway. We have 2 vehicles. Well, we have 3 vehicles. One was just parked in its spot because I haven't gone anywhere in my car in like a month. But the other 2 cars are in and out of here almost every day. And the UPS brought their van in here with no problem and dropped off a package. FedEx has driven their van in here and dropped off a package. Amazon has driven in here and dropped off packages. So why can't the mail drive in here to drop off a package? I find it curious. Seems shady. You just don't want to drive up to the end of our driveway and then back out. I'm pretty sure that's the issue. You just either are incapable, uh, which is understandable. I'm not great at backing up vehicles. I will admit it. Um, but you know, I feel like our driveway, even if you were to back in there, there's room to turn around if you do more than back up and turn. If you do like a back up, forward, back up, turn kind of thing, there's room to do that. Uh, so it's shady. It's shady to me. Oh, I cannot wait to get a mini bike. This is awful. Just give me some acid and a wheel, please. Tired of this. Tired of walking back and forth constantly. Barrel buffet. What's the first B for? Bottomless. The bottomless barrel buffet. Sounds disgusting. Never been a fan of that kind of buffet. Every time I've ever gone to a buffet like this, every time, uh, I always see people there I know, which isn't the problem. And then I eat there, and then I'm like, okay, this food is mediocre at best. And then they're like, I love that place. What did you think? And I'm like, yeah, I thought it was okay, I guess, but it wasn't great. I'm like, oh, well, yeah, I could see how you're saying that. They did seem to be out of a lot of stuff that they normally have. Uh, you should go back though, because if you can catch them on the right day, they have all this wonderful stuff at the buffet that they didn't have when you were there. Hmm. Hmm. No thanks. I wasn't good when I went. I don't need to go back. And I don't really like to eat in the restaurant anyways. I'm a takeout kind of guy. Just let me get my food and go home where there's something interesting to do. I never understood the draw of eating in a restaurant. I find it unbelievably boring. Especially when you go with people who don't really talk while they eat. And so they just sit there shoveling food in their faces, which is the whole point. I'm not saying anything against that. But I've gone with people whose goal is to see how much food they can shovel in their face to make sure they get their money's worth. And uh, I feel like I could have just gotten some takeout someplace and gone home and watched some movies or some kind of show or something. Could have been comfortable. Didn't need to be all sitting there in a crowded room, listen to people talk, and not the people you came with just noisy. Anyway. Okay, now I can move again. Let's see if I can get back out there to the lumberyard. Since I... Oh, you just... There you go. Makes me want to just leap. Saw the new trailer for the Critical Role animated series. Looking pretty cool. I watched the show. In fact, here in a half hour or so, I'll be watching tonight's show. But so I'm a little, a little leery, nervous, given the state of adaptations. And the fact that the last adaptation I watched was on Amazon. How the new Critical Role adaptation was gonna. I mean, I know the Critical Role people have a much heavier hand in the adaptation, and they're the ones who did the original material, and their voice acting and writing and all of that for this. And so, given all of that, it should probably be a closer adaptation than some of the other stuff I have witnessed recently. But I get a little nervous because it is an adaptation on what they think I had watched. you know, and whether it was going to be what I thought the show was like, because Critical Role is a Dungeons and Dragons show, D&D show, and so it's a lot of verbal storytelling, and seeing it get adapted from a I mean, one of the big things obviously is that they can't use the D&D stuff in the new animated series, and so they're going to have to change a lot of things. Not that they're going to have to change like that much, because a lot of what's on D&D isn't technically that copyrighted. Orcs are pre-existing well before even Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit, and goblins and things like that, right? So that's not something they're going to have to change. That stuff's just too old at this point to require that. But they do use like specific D&D spell names and stuff in their streaming show because they're playing that game. Apparently I need to come up here. Well, now I'm done. I'm in the saw. Gonna have to cut me out. Oh geez, I might have done myself in good here. And I didn't put down a dang bedroll so that I wouldn't have to make the run back. Oh, I don't know. Oh, dang it. Okay, some of this is... I've got to stop crouching. There we go. Okay, it wasn't as bad as I thought. Can I get a bedroll, please? Okay, so there was that. And then we come down here. And then we go up here. And that guy just eats a blast to the face. And then I came over here. And I came up here. And then this is where I jump down. Okay. And then somehow this room flooded with guys. So, oh, they broke down the grate. I see. Ugh. Swinging nothing. And so, for example, like the one character plays a bard, and he did a lot of funny parodies of existing songs as his spells, and so that's obviously something that's going to have to get changed. And I don't think I've heard any new spells. I do know that they changed. Like one of the spells is called Bigby's Hand, and I know in the trailer, anyways, when he throws it out, he called it Scanlan's Hand. So that's a minor change. And so you get a little nervous. I know the show itself is sometimes sillier than I like. But I was laughing pretty good with the trailer. Anyways. Dang it, man. I just need that one little bit of acid. I don't know why the game is fighting so hard against me getting acid or a wheel. Just why? Why can't you let me have the one last little part? You know, I don't have an anvil. I haven't seen an anvil yet. I haven't seen, obviously, Crucible, which is the thing I'm missing. I'm going to make steel here pretty quick, and I still don't have an anvil. Just turn all that stuff into cloth here in a second. No acid? None? You don't have acid, but you've got a radiator in the trash. Okay. Sometimes in here. Oh, bullet tips. That's not bad. I guess. All right. Last little bit of searching before I call it a day. Nope. 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 Well, Lumberyard did not come through with the acid like I thought it might. That was a really long search just to give me one piece of rotted meat. All right, well, with that, be burning the small things, land the light. I will talk to you later.